So today, it's the end of April, and in western Sweden that means it's sort of kind of springy, but not really. So I'm going to start some seeds indoors using recycled stuff. In this case, if you saw my garbage video, you know that we eat fruit here. This had grapes in it, but it also now is a really super mini greenhouse. For one thing, it's already got the little holes in it. It's already got a top that has its own set of little holes. And it's even got a fastener. This is a little bit dirty in the bottom, but I'm going to put potting soil in it, so what the heck. This is from, I think, some cookies, so while I would rather we just didn't use plastic so much, at least try to get as much use as possible out of it if you do have it. Here's my bag. Bag of potting soil. I'm going to just put a layer of that. You don't have to put a lot. I used to build up so like almost the whole container was full of dirt, until one day I realized that was kind of silly, so I don't do that anymore, because by the time the roots are taking up all the space in the dirt, it's past time to transplant anyway into a bigger container outside or wherever. So this is roughly not quite half full here. And yes, I still have a stopped up nose and a bit of a head cold. That seems to be a permanent condition, so I'll carry on. Now, I have some tomatoes, and I really, really, really hope that these work out. I get the bush tomatoes because I'm going to grow them in a container. So, and this says that it's 8 to 10 days for them to start, around the little plants to start coming up. And then, supposedly this will be a nice bushy kind of tomato plant, and we'll have lots and lots of little baby cherry tomatoes, but I've read that before, and it doesn't always work. It's not the way they say. They have a big package to hold the little package. This is annoying. See, when I was a little kid, and it wasn't that many years ago, you bought a big package because it had a whole bunch of seeds in it. Now you get a big package and they put the little package in so you won't notice you're getting a little wimpy package with like a tiny handful of seeds. Ay, ay, ay. I need to dump these on my hand first, because they are so tiny. And I'll put here. Ideally, I will have approximately 4, so I'm planting more than that amount because, you know, there's always a couple that don't come up, or they are wimpy or something's wrong with them. So I'll pick the 4 sturdiest and I put a little potting soil on, cover them up. One thing to do, because if you just pour water directly on the dirt, it's just going to wash it all around, and some of the dirt will float and everything will get out of its nice layer. So you can take a spray bottle like this and spray the top layer, so it's just like it's getting rained on. And or take the bottom layer, the container here, and you can put water in it And then put your container in and let it just soak up some of the water. So, move this over. And I'm going to want to know what the heck these are while they're growing. So I'm taking these leftover sticks, you know, I think they're supposed to be called craft sticks, although we just call them popsicle sticks, but I mean, any kind of ice cream has been on them. And just right on the sticks, one side, I put the date. So this is 2018, and it's April, and it's 25th. And I know that because that's payday. And then I put tomatoes on the other side. So put the top down. Put that in there. Now we'll just let that soak for a couple minutes because it'll soak up all the water it needs, and then let the excess drain, of course. I mean, they're not water lilies after all. Woohoo! What else do we have here? Ah, bell peppers. And Thai basil. This is the hot, spicy kind of basil, what to call it that. And it's very good. And I had a nice big pot of it, but now it's time to start a new one. So, once again, we can just ignore the little bits of dirt. It's going to be dirty. And then, okay, and I'm putting dirt in. Do. So, herbs like good drainage, but there again, there are the holes in the bottom of this little container, so that shouldn't be any problem, but you don't want it to get all wet and just sit there soggy. And once more we have big paper package, but I will say this for this company, there are actually a bunch of these little bitty seeds in here, so it's not like with the tomato seeds. So they get a few plus points for that. And let's see. Sprinkle these around. And let's do toward the middle. So hopefully they'll grow in a clump. Not all smushed together, but next to each other. Like in this middle zone, the seed zone. A little more soil. And then spray, 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 spray. Boop, 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 boop. Now, at this point, I put my tomatoes in that container. Can go in the sink so we can drain. Pop the top down on this little greenhouse. And yes, this label is going to block some of the sunlight, but it doesn't seem to cause any real problems, so I haven't worried about it. And here again, so put 2018, April 25th, and then So right now it's floating a bit, but as it soaks up the water, it'll sink down. So in a few minutes I will take this out and let it drain too. Meanwhile, tomatoes have been sitting there in the sink, and I'll sit in this old piece of styrofoam. Those little stupid styrofoam trays that you pretty much have to take the food home with from the grocery store because they won't let you take it home otherwise. So this is at least putting that to a second and good use. And this little quick tutorial on doing the little mini greenhouse, I'm going to have to hunt up some more of the styrofoam trays. I think I took a bunch of them out to recycle recently. I usually have them coming out in my elbows and ears, but not today. But another thing that I'll talk about more in a later video is, you see this? This is a potato, and it's growing, and you can plant it. I did this last year and had a whole big outdoor container full of little bitty baby potatoes, and I ate them, and they were good.